This episode brought to you by the letter D.
The letter D.
Welcome everybody. It's Savage Thursday. And when we left off last week, it was kind of savage. There's some weird stuff
brutal.
going on. Brutal?
Brutal.
I don't think anybody's even hurt.
It wasn't that brutal. Everything got... Well, I mean, there was the thing that got thrown in the lava. That was pretty brutal.
I mean, it was, I thought it was just kind of whatever.
Who did that? Had been Drake because the setup. It was 35 months Drake in a row. That's, you know what? That's a long time we've been gaming, and of that, I think that, well, that's been 3 years you've been on this table. So what'd you do with me before Deadlands? It ain't been 3 years, has it? 35 months.
It's a month short of 3 years.
We played a little Curse of Strahd together.
Yeah, that was, yep. And I was streaming that, so that's when that was. Is when you joined the Curse of Strahd game. So
he wasn't in
Yazoo 5th level.
He wasn't in Dungeon of the Mad Mage or the Dragon Heist.
Right. Well,
but
I
watched a lot of that.
Yeah, he was always there watching. And then I think he and I were actually dates for the launch of the Unity, or was I Baboonsky's date? I don't remember. I was one of the two. I was somebody. Anyway.
All I know is Rob was the bitch.
Rob, who's not out there, but if he was, he'd laugh with us. He would.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd already been to the Unity launch party and all that stuff. But so speaking of which, that's been what, close on about 2 years, 2.5 years since Unity launched. It would have been. We got it July of 2018, was it? When we got the beta stuff? And then December it launched, I think. So what do you guys think so far? I mean, compared to Classic and what all they've done with the mapping abilities and stuff, just, what do you dislike about it, or what's your favorite thing that's, really enhances your gameplay?
Layers.
Well, yeah. If you know what you're doing with layers, I've seen some magic done, Brad.
Yeah.
Also, not having to, at the line of sight, so you don't have to mask things the way you had to before.
Yes, that is very useful.
Yeah. Sometimes line of sight's kind of a little too much, but yeah.
Depending on the case,
yeah.
It's, like if you're in a cave, it's really nice. Or like a dungeon where it's got straight walls, even better.
Like this line of sight, once you get the general layout, you just turn it off. Like Marbanya did, just turn it off.
Yeah.
Because it's really not.
Well, it's there for surprise, the element of surprise for the player. That not too much is revealed. That's the only reason it's there, if you really think about it. So, once the surprise was over, with this map, I decided, you know what? All they really need to see is a mask that is revealed, kind of, that area right there, and then they're all going to end up right here looking this direction and seeing the whole cavern. So why waste time on line of sight? That, it was just a decision that I made. And I also just noticed that there's like stairs over here, I think, maybe, but they're not really there.
Could be just a spiral shaped hole.
Yeah. It's a spiral shaped hole, and there's no bedrolls over
It's
here.
the loo. It's the loo.
The loo?
It's
the toilet, yes.
Skip to the loo.
I mean, where do you think these
skip to the loo, I sharded.
These skookums have to poop them. They have to.
Exactly, and why do you think we've never found all that Sasquatch poo? It's because it uses the Sasquatch loo.
And Sasquatch poo and Sasquatch. Speaking of which, the title for tonight's stream is So Why No Skeletal Evidence of Bigfoot, and we've discovered why, because the Sasquatch beast, they have certain rituals and rites that involve like lava and stuff, and
They might also be sharks.
Yeah. They're actually were sharks, and they all turn back into sharks and go to the sea when they're done walking around the mountains.
Maybe it's the other way around. They're were big feet, so that they're sharks normally. But then once they get the moon, and then they can't go back underwater to hide from it. But then when they die, they revert to their cartilaginous state.
Has anybody ever used?
I just really think they have the ability to tree stride, and that was that. I mean, that's all I was always thought.
Yeah,
it makes sense to me.
Veno, your voice was, pre-stream was kind of chattering a little bit in Discord, but I don't know. Tell your dad to get off the barnyard porn sites and.
Hey, get off that rotary phone! You're using up my megabytes.
Maybe he's trying to discover the truth of Sasquatch.
What is the truth of Sasquatch?
No, he's watching NCIS or something.
Ooh.
The killer was Bigfoot.
There's been several productions where the killer was Bigfoot. So, I completely...
I think I'm going to kill the browser. That should help some.
There you go.
I feel like the Navy should have a pretty good insulation against Bigfoot being the boats. But who knows? Cobbler, is Bigfoot a seaborne threat?
Not generally.
No, wait a minute.
Not to your knowledge, at least,
there
right?
are sea trolls, aren't there? So why would there not be sea big feet?
Wasn't a question.
Maybe their feet are too big and they sink.
Because people mistake them for manatees?
No, we got a Bigfoot out on the submarine
I'm
outside.
telling you, I got attacked by a manatee in Homosassa Springs. It happened. I was just standing up there in the water,
headbutt you
leaning
like
up
a
against
cow
my boat.
will. They're just like cows. They'll headbutt you.
Well,
They'll give you the
they just kind of swam through, and I didn't see them coming. I'm just leaning up against my boat, and I'm up to here in the water, and then all of a sudden something's got a hold of me, and I'm rolling over in the water, not knowing what the hell's going on, and then here's this. I'm like, oh shit, it's a manatee, So they will move you out of there.
Go.
Oh yeah, they're.
So.
But they're great barbecue.
Technically get sea stampeded? Is that what you got?
Yeah, never thought about that. Sea cow. Got stampeded by a sea cow.
Pretty much.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, there's a law down there that if you touch them, you can touch them with one hand as they swim by and all that stuff, Well, what do you do when they decide to touch
gentle,
you?
Basically.
Can you show me on this doll where the sea cow touched you? Yeah, he knocked the fuck out of me. Anyway, welcome to Savage Thursdays, and we're going to do a little character introduction because this is the second to what I anticipate being...
Kid from The Hobbit?
Yeah, what's his name? The Hobbit. The Bilbo. Frodo.
Bilbo fuckins.
Bilbo freaking...
You mean Frodo or Bilbo? Or whatever his name was. Shia LaBeouf. That was Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf.
I think
the other guy.
Pretty sure that the F is silent.
LaBeouf. I just like the sound of LaBeouf. What's your name? Shiloh LaBeouf. I don't know. I'm sorry. It was funny to me. Yeah, I'm still having
I've definitely listened to the song a few times.
All right, so we are recording, and I will upload this later, and of course it'll take forever. Anyway, we're in the middle of combat, so Luke Cunningham drew a Joker.
I'm on the table, I haven't loaded up anything. Give me a sec.
Well, what the...
Sorry, I got distracted with other things.
And if
I'm coming.
There's some things that
All right.
can actually be like fuzzed out in post-production. But never mind. I don't want to have to edit a bunch of video.
Yeah, it's more work.
Yeah, we'll just do it this way.
It is. It was the movie called The War. And the kid says, well, you can cut every hair off my head, but I ain't telling you ding diddly ding 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 diddly dong.
That does sound vaguely familiar.
All right, so
I had to go look.
I think I'm just going to take one shot at this guy.
whoa, poor Buffalo Skookum. This guy right here, number 8.
Yeah. He didn't sound when he hit him.
Yeah.
Just south of me.
Sounds like a food.
Poor undead Buffalo Skookum.
It does sound like some sort of weird pastry or maybe some sort of ice cream thing.
Sounds chewy to me.
Buffalo Skookum?
Buffalo Skookum.
It's kind of nutty. Did
they use the pâte to make the Buffalo Skookum?
That sounds like you need to do some sort of creation and name it Buffalo Skookum. It could be your bestseller.
Buffalo Skookum. I don't know. It was just
Buffalo Skookum wings.
Yeah.
What are they? Oh, they're Bigfoot fingers, man.
Bigfoot fingers.
Bigfoot fingers.
Sasquatch toes.
I was gonna say, if you're going with Bigfoot, you should probably mention toes.
I'm gonna move up in the middle of the mountains up there where they're guerrilla farming marijuana and you can't get out in the woods or else you'll get shot. I've seen those documentaries about that area. It's not just Bigfoot, but I saw a documentary where Bigfoot killed some marijuana growers.
Was that in like rural California or something?
Yeah.
I had a friend who was telling me about watching that.
Yeah, Bigfoot killed some immigrant. I think Central American trimmers that had been hired to, help grow this crop up there in the mountains. And this was in the 90s before it was all copacetic. Anyway, nice job, Luke. You blow away the undead thing.
There's a skookum on the island out there.
Nope, I got the one to the south of me. Doc Fong, there's more coming.
Okay, so I remember having a hard time figuring out because let's do this. That guy with the white circle. Okay. What's he doing? He's throwing large rocks.
Moving.
Right? Large rock. Who's he going to throw?
I think it was Skookum Poopum that he was throwing. But yeah.
Well,
they don't need a lot of fiber, so
he's going to check this at Albert. Oh, that's going to hit.
Uh-oh. Look out.
That's where I needed the explosions. Oh, Albert's like, dong, rings his bell.
Don't get it started.
Oh.
Well, lots of shit in the combat tracker. Okay. That's all he does. This guy.
That's the one on the wall.
Oh,
in front of the lava who's on fire or close to being there.
Yes, he is close to being. So he'd get up to here. He's not shaking. He's not incapacitated. And
Did part of his foot burn off? It might be a little slow. I don't know.
Hey, Brad. And Cobbler, you got to say yes.
Missing, Taylor.
Look, you almost hit my hat.
Shaken status removed. Awesome. Which one is he?
Number 92.
On the left rock.
On the left rock. I can't. I think it's because of the foggy background.
Yeah,
we all
mist
know.
off.
Yeah, we all know that it's foggy. It's misty in here.
Yeah. There you
Yay,
go.
that's much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes the little extras in here get to be too much. All right, that makes it easier. I think he is going to.
Gotta be a skookum.
And I think, was it 35? The yellow backed one was the friendly one?
Yeah, it's the one that's green.
Yeah.
And isn't rotting.
I mean, that's a good thing to point out. To say that, to be perfectly honest. There should be something Sarsky playing.
This guy like
This thing runs up behind you, Doc Fong, with his sharp finger. And,
did it run across the lava?
No, it jumped.
Oh, okay.
See that strength roll of 24?
I do now.
Exploding 12.
You're gonna get a $6 million man.
Remember the $6 million man in the Bigfoot episode?
Yeah.
You sure you're not thinking of Venture Brothers?
And the Bigfoot yelled, "Bayaba!" And yeah, that was man, that's a long time ago. But anyway, that's a hell of a hit on Doc Fong with its sharp stick fingers. But what's going on here?
$6 million man action figure. Yeah.
Doc Fong, what are you gonna do about that?
That's not so bad.
Could look through the back of his head.
Wound? What wound?
Oh, very nicely done, Doc Fong.
Hey, he tried to stab me in the shoe. I like that shoe.
Okay,
do you have shoes? I always thought you wore sandals. So
I know. Remember, I got the shoes because I have the really warm socks with space for cute animal embroidery.
What's the strength roll he needs for entangled bound?
Strength -2 or athletics.
Entangled
Alright, so that would remove.
That would have still been a pass.
Well, that's automatic.
Removes one of it.
Yeah, removes one of it. So he is not bound.
He's not bound.
Bound.
Yeah, and that cost him an action to try to break free. So he's gonna move on to Undead Buffalo Skookum. This dude, who is here, and he's entangled. Well, see, that succeeds. He is no longer entangled. And begins moving that way. Let's make sure. I think it's an 8. Pace, yep, pace is an 8. This guy, same thing. He's like, oh, and you don't know, you can't see anything, but it's like something's got him bound up, and then so entangled -2, he still succeeds, and he's no longer entangled either.
I think the strength roll is still at -2 even with the entangle. But
yeah, it's athletics or strength -2.
Oh, really? Well, then he wouldn't be entangled because that is not a success.
That last one anyway.
Of course, he probably should have athletics, and he probably doesn't because the older NPCs for some reason don't.
Let's see. That's not listed here. Tracking, throwing, swimming, survival. No. I thought I used these guys out of Suede, or out of I don't know. Okay, so anyway, he's free. Not free. He is not free. He's entangled. Can you put that back on him, Brad, please?
I can go look it up.
All right, thank you.
31.
Timmons. There you are.
Timmons is gonna say, "Hey, Albert, You better shot at these guys than me.
Now that you're this close to this guy right here, the one that's been kind of like you've been following him, this thing is like 8.5 feet tall, and it's one of the most horrendous smelling creatures you've ever smelled in your life. It's freaking awful.
Yeah. Hey, Albert. You can take that man if you want. Well, I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna use my extraction and extract myself out of the situation over here, and I'm gonna just shoot this guy back here.
Sure, yeah, I got
Number 92.
So you're gonna extract?
Yeah.
Leaving Albert all stunned because he just got smacked in the back of the head with a rock.
You got this, Albert. Is that a lump on your head as I go by?
By the way, Timmons, you have 2 of them targeted, if you didn't know.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to untarget that one. Thank you.
If you didn't know.
And give this guy a big kiss with this shotgun.
Is it really a kiss, though? Ooh, shit.
Sorry, my dog agrees.
No, it was exploding D12.
Yeah, nice. Watch these exploding dice. Keep going. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Damn. And that was let's see, who you targeted? That's number 92.
One next to Doc Fong.
Yeah, 3 wounds. He does have, let's see if he can soak some wounds. Oh. Damn. You know what? I'll stick with that. We'll give him a wound. So he's shaken. Yeah.
And that's it for Timmons.
All right, well, it seemed like that shook him up anyway.
Yeah, it's got him shook up. So Doc could move or whatever he wants to. You can see this thing kind of staggers and it's kind of staggering around in circles like this. And
I'm gonna fly over here.
Oh, you're flying.
Oh yeah, we're still flying.
He took the mushrooms. They just think they're flying. They're actually kind of rolling around in the lava right now. But the mushrooms.
But it doesn't hurt for some reason.
Yeah. You're immune to it.
Well, have a seat, sweetheart.
Well, these things kind of seem. Well, I'm gonna take 2 shots to see how it works out. Let's put it that way. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna have to go with something bigger.
It's a hit.
Well, it's a success.
I like 6s.
Damn.
I like 6s.
Damn. Wow. Poor Buffalo Skookum Undead. Number whatever he is.
92.
One more time. We'll try to soak some. Look at that. He's done it again.
Where'd Doc Fong go? Oh, he's flying over the lava. Okay.
He should not be incapacitated. He should be able to take 4 wounds because he's undead. Undead wild card. That's weird.
It may not be coded right or
Did
something.
I dropped the effect.
He already had 3 wounds from Timmons, or 2 wounds from Timmons, or something.
No, he had 1 wound from Timmons, and then he just
took 5.
Yeah, he soaked a total of 4 wounds, and you guys did
8.
Yeah, so he should have 3 wounds, which means
he should have 4.
Yeah.
8 minus 4 is 4, so he should be dead.
Okay. All right, thanks for correcting my math, Brad. I did go to school in the Midwest. I apologize for that.
So I think what might have happened there is Timmons blasted him so hard, put a hole in part of him. So Doc Fong kicked his feet to try to swim away, and the majority of his movement was actually from him shooting point blank and just what's that word?
Trajectory, the thrust.
The Rouge?
the rouge from the shooting part. The gun went like this, and
you mean the recoil?
He did. The recoil was such that he just flew backwards and did like 3 backflips until he came.
Like Wally with the fire extinguisher, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, like he's over here now. But I do want you to give me a vigor roll, Doc Fong, because you're like levitating over this lava with nothing underneath you, and this heat is just coming up off of it. And very good.
I got the good socks.
You got the good socks. Okay.
He's probably like, ooh, this sauna feels great.
No, he's got his legs crossed, floating in the air, and he's got his robe wrapped around his legs, so he's like insulated.
And then as I regain my facing the right direction, I've still got my dragoon.
He's got good thermodynamics.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
I had a dragoon.
As it goes bloop into the lava.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what happens, but...
I don't know what happens. That's a critical failure. You fired, huh?
Uh-huh.
Well, because you're flying around up there, let's see if it's if it drives you towards the lava, or if it's a mechanical malfunction. So I'd say it's a 50-50 thing, whether it's a physical harm to yourself or so. Roll me percentile die, but do this. Once you call high or low first.
And I drop it too.
Yeah, roll percentile die and call me high or low first.
I'm gonna call high because I want to be high above the lava. Also because of manager's cabbage.
And that's very good. So it's a mechanical malfunction. It'll take you 1 round to unjam your gun, or put it away, draw it, whatever. So it didn't bounce you up against the cliff wall or send you in some random
flipping around that gun, I was flailing around. It got a little too close to the lava, and
yeah, he'd been reading too many dinosaur novels. He's been trying to twirl his pistols and stuff. And his old arthritic fingers, knots on his fingers.
It's not the right shape for spinning.
Yeah. It's like he can't.
I can also imagine his hand is like this big compared to this dragoon. That's like, right?
Yeah. He got. I don't know. We've never really. Well, we do know he's kind of a little frail looking. Let's get a good look at Doc Fong. Actually, he looks more Vietnamese.
I bet you he weighs more than 93 pounds, but not much.
That's when he's got his sandals on. Yeah. All right. Squeezy Cheese. Squeezy G is this is unnatural shit with where the hell is he?
He's on the right
he's over
side.
there.
I'm way over
there. He's on the ledge to beat things up.
Yeah, so he's dealing with some undead stuff, and he knows this just ain't right. But even in your land of China, you have tales that have come out of Tibet that perhaps in your if you gave me a either. Yeah, let's see. What kind of a role would you have where you might have knowledge of what these
survival
things
are? Occult, like that.
Occult, yeah, just like that. You know what these things are. These are undead versions of the skookum. Seems to be one of these servants or protectors of But there's different variations around the world, so you've heard of these things before. You're not, but undead, you've never. Are you flying too?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
That guy's down, isn't he? That you just got next to?
Yep. He's ink.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to do.
You want to retcon that?
You can probably. Yeah.
That was 9. Oh.
You're still that one up on the him.
You're still targeting the one that's dead.
Yeah.
So When you fly with the mushrooms, do you get to pick how you fly? Do you get to fly like Superman, or do you fly like standing up, or?
I say you choose how you fly because
he's flying like this. Remember in the old kung fu movies, his legs are running in the air.
So like Luigi in Mario 2.
Yes.
Exactly. Alright, you just went and
hit him for one wound in the frenzy. I haven't done the second attack yet.
I'm trying to find him. So, let me try to soak that and see if he doesn't want any wounds. I should have held off for a second.
Dang. These are some soaking skokums. Skookums.
Oh. Did you roll to hit this, or did you get 2 hits? Yeah, you did. He's shaking. What's that?
that's the ninja kick.
Well, let me apply the shaking.
Flying off into the other side of the wall.
Oh, okay. So you send him flying. How many feet? 14 yards? 14 yards.
Damn. It definitely has that.
Boom! He hits the surface. I believe that does extra damage to him, doesn't he? Doesn't it?
No, only with the Havoc one. This one, it just automatically shakens them if they hit anything.
Okay. So he is shaken and knocked plumb over there.
He is like Forrest Gump on his first bus ride. Shaking. Shaking.
These other ones evilly.
All right. So this guy. Oh, what's he gonna do? Yeah, I love the uh-oh card. It gives me lots of options.
Uh-oh.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Regardless.
We have no girts here, right?
If you're having problems with your girts, I might have an herbal supplement for that.
Having girts sounds like a personal problem.
Al doesn't have those kinds of problems.
That's a myth.
I thought he was the girtiest of them all.
That's a myth. That one unshakes.
Of course, he's number 42. It's only defense is a towel. I don't know.
He hits, but unharmed.
So not that kind of tally.
Remains shaken. Albert, would you like to spend a Benny and become unshaken?
I mean, I've got like 5 bennies. Sure.
I mean,
all right, so you are.
Sure.
So you kind of shake it off. Shake it off. Go ahead. Somebody sing it. Who is it?
Where's Kay when we need her?
Is it
Right.
Or at least just
Taylor Cyrus or whatever her name is? Shake it off. Shake it off.
He's doing a better job than any of us can. What are you talking about?
So what are you doing, Albert?
Shoot him in the head, Albert.
Well, yeah.
That's all you, man.
Yeah. Why can't I target?
You did. You had him targeted. There you go.
Why am I not seeing anything?
Click on your token first.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. All right. All right. Gotta shoot it.
I'm going to shoot him. Oh, that definitely hits.
Oh.
Yeah, hit with a raise.
Buffalo skookums, all covered in cheese. Oh, he's got a Betty. So let's soak that, please. Nice.
Yeah.
You just see the wound close up.
Assuming I have another shot. Damn it.
Yeah, that's right. Albert is ambidextrous and two-gun kid, right?
I don't think. No, he doesn't have two-gun kid.
That's me.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's you. I knew somebody did.
I fired the same gun twice there.
Kid has an asterisk by it.
That would have been like a double tap. You would have used. I think he's got double tap. Albert does.
Yes.
Double tap. He does.
And marksman.
It's +1 to hit. Damage cost of 1 extra bullet. This is per action as a shooter. So you would have had to. Excuse me. Have done the 2 action thing. So you would have missed. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think if you did do a 2 action and you didn't move, you can remove the penalty from one of them for marksman.
Yes. And you didn't move.
I did not.
You stood your ground.
Yeah.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Close as I need to be.
So then he would have hit with that second shot.
No, because it just ignores the penalty. It doesn't.
Yeah, the first one ignores the penalty.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, the first.
Well, either could ignore the penalty.
Oh, it
But
doesn't.
the point is, you still rolled a 3, so
yeah, you still rolled a 3. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
so now you could Benny the roll to hit if you want to do that, Mister. I've got 4 bennies left.
Sure.
Oh, he just dropped it in there. He didn't know.
Yeah. Is that not
just
how I
roll
do
the
that?
hit again.
That's fine. Just roll the hit again.
Yeah, that's yeah.
You might have to retake a ammo for it though.
Say again?
Redo the ammo because when you do a manual attack like that, it'll consume the ammo.
Got it. All right. All right. So attack.
Shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Like that.
Oh, that's definitely a hit with a raise. That's not where you really want to see all. You want to see a couple of exploding dice, maybe, but it's
when you roll like a 30.
Unless it's like a really impossible shot. It's like there's no way you can get that. Like, all right, watch this. All right, let's see where this goes.
Now it's amazing. It's amazing when.
Wow, you like that?
Just like that. Called it.
Yeah, you did mic that one up.
You mic'd that one up, man.
Yes, I did.
All right, Albert. Anything else? You did have movement. Nope. He's pissed.
Nope.
Yeah,
Buffalo skook him.
He just took that
souffle
out of the
perfect
oven.
spot right where I'm at.
Yeah.
At least that's what Albert thinks.
Timmons
Albert's
thinks
always
so
right.
too. Timmons
Sure.
agrees kind of mostly too.
Who's he attacking?
The
Number
undead
42?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's our the friendly neighborhood skookum.
Yeah. Skookum ain't doing nothing but making some poopum nooses.
Some poopum newses? Poopum newses. Yeah. All right. Let's see. This guy wants to.
Is he on the cliff right above the slide down towards the lava?
He's kind of. That's not really a cliff. It's a kind of a slope, and he's going to run this way, and then this way, and then this way. Get to here, but he has to be on a square. Because. So does that one.
Because of the wonderful geometry he does.
Yeah. Hey, very nice. Take a Benny.
Center square for undead Scootum number 67.
Bennies are good.
Benny.
That guy immediately getting a Joker is less good.
This guy with the Joker, and he gets to go again.
Timmons with a 4.
Is going to run over and attack Luke with his sharp stick fingernails missing. Even with the Joker bonus, you fucking missed. What bullshit. Fucking whippy ass NPC. Doc Fong.
All right.
Doc Fong is kind of doing cartwheels over here, and he's jacking around with his gun because it got jammed or something.
I'm gonna holster those two guns.
He pinched his finger in the trigger. That's what it was.
Ooh, ee, ah, ooh, ah. Actually, it was my left hand, so ah, ee, ooh, ah. And then.
Oh, ee, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah.
Instead of
Waddle beanbag.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Yep.
But then I'll get my shotgun out and say, because I'm thinking, hey, that's not nice. That's Luke. Don't hurt his mustache.
Watch out. It's just now growing back from yesterday. Shaken.
Well, it's shaken at least. And I went to go click to apply the damage. No, you can't do that, Brad. You're not the marshal.
All right, so let's do this. Go back and look at this guy with the Joker bonus, and he's still shaking.
Do we get any sort of bonus for having a 3 of a kind with queens?
Yeah, you get an attaboy. Attaboy.
You gotta get all 4.
3 of a kind with queens.
You gotta catch them all, huh?
Luke Cunningham's queen is a club.
If a single person gets 3 of the same card, though, what about that?
You guys don't have the ability to draw extra cards, do you?
Yes, some of us do. With improved level headed me and Sweezy, I believe.
But I have to physically deal it, so I can't really.
I know it gives me 3. Right now, I've got a 4 and 8 and an ace.
What?
Well, I have a 4 and 8 and an ace.
Yeah, because he redraws twice or something.
It automatically does it.
Yeah, but how come I can't? How come the?
You gotta click the show cards button at the bottom, I think.
There we go. Nice. I knew I was missing some shit. That's been forever ago.
And it should tell you with the dealing cards, it should say when someone gets multiple ones.
Right. Right. And you get to take your choice of which ones you want to use.
Yes.
All right. Alabut.
So, what kind of action is a reload?
It just
-2 to
an action.
It's just
it's an action.
Yeah, it's an action.
So you can hit.
It's his pistol. Yeah, he wants to put
Yeah. But if you don't move, you can, because of marksman, you could reload and then ignore the penalty on the shot.
Right. And I think he also has. No, Luke's got speed loader.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do I just manually put in the ammo back in, or is there something I'm supposed to?
Manually put it back in.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, I mean, you haven't shot 6 bullets since we've been down here.
No, but I wasn't full when we came down here.
Yeah, well, you would have. You would have been full. Yeah. I mean, just because the player isn't familiar, the character would have loaded.
Didn't he use double tap sometimes? Though?
That's possible too.
I don't think he used double tap at all because it's like a waste kind of.
I think it is too.
I don't know.
It's not a waste if he stands in one, being marksman, he stand in one place and double tap and have no penalties at all if he doesn't move. So it depends on how you use it, you know.
If you have a laser weapon that you don't need to like reload,
yeah, that might be different.
Yeah, so you reload and you can, but you took 2 actions, so just click the little button down there if you want to take a shot at something. The little button says 1 action, make it say 2 actions, and then you can go ahead and shoot.
But he ignores the penalty. Is it?
He doesn't with marksman if he doesn't.
Oh, that's
move.
right, because he doesn't move. So there you go.
Is it up to 2?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So
you just break even. Just go ahead and shoot.
Yeah.
See, there's the bonus of.
Just leave it at one action then.
Right. All right.
High or low, roll me a percentile die. Roll your percentile die. Call high or low.
You would.
Can I just give you a Benny instead?
No, you can't. Benny,
okay.
A crit failure.
Fair enough.
All right. Good try, though.
Low?
Yep.
Is that
right click on your D10 and choose percentile. And then just roll it out there.
How do I drop this?
Just drop it on in the chat window.
No, the wrong thing. I've got in my hand.
Oh, drop it on just nowhere then.
Not in the chat window. Or
just like above nothing.
You call low?
I called low.
Yeah.
All right. I want you to target yourself.
Target yourself.
And shoot yourself in the foot.
Why are you doing the spinning gun thing?
Yeah, he said I shoot myself in the foot.
Yep, you shoot yourself in the foot.
Watch this damage explode.
No, he was trying to reload that fucking gun and get another shot off, and he's all Mr. I'm the best in the world, and watch this. This is something I learned from Clint Eastwood.
No, I taught him. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
His hands are slippery from the sweat. That's his excuse.
It's not sweat, it's victory juice because he's so good at everything.
Timothy says,
wow.
And that little piggy went to the market.
So did you roll your, let's see, you didn't do that yet, did you? What were you using, Cult Peacemaker? Oh, there you go. Oh, it just kind of winged the side of your boot. You got a hole in your boot. At
least I can miss that, too.
You've got a hole in your boot, and your big toe is sticking out of it now.
Well, at least you mic'd the roll.
At least I missed my own foot. All right.
You did. That was the worst fucking roll that you could have done, but you got your gun reloaded. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
What happened if you would have gotten another critical failure?
Minus that one shot, though, right?
Yeah, minus that one shot. Anything else, Albert?
Do I have another shot still, or no?
No, because you took 2 actions. You.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean, you can take 3 actions, but then the negatives.
2 feet.
Well, he could have taken 3 actions, ignoring 2, so it would have been at -2. And it still would have been a crit fail and all that good stuff.
Well, yeah.
Buffalo Skookum is going to once again stick this thing. Oh, and he does.
Stab him good.
Every time I hear it, I think Buffalo Skookum.
Buffalo Skookum does seem like a possible name for a high school mascot.
It's the Clareville Skookums.
Luke.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? I don't like this guy in my face, so I'm declaring 2 actions up front. Well, that could have been better. But it was a hit.
Oh, you're pure.
Wow, in close range.
Ew.
Nice. 5 wounds to dude. Where's he at?
Did I kill him?
That's the guy who went first, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the guy right next to me, 67.
Well, let's see if you kill him. Oh, unfortunately, that doesn't soak all of them, but he does have 2 bennies, of which he is going to. So let's.
Well, but before we continue, I'd like to play that and double the damage.
Bum, bum,
Okay.
bum.
So what was the original damage?
Headshot.
31.
31.
So it would have been 62. How many wounds does that equate to?
That's 51 damage. That's 12 wounds. 11 wounds.
Okay.
Soak that, you son of a bitch.
Don't say that. He's going to roll like a 44.
He does not.
So how does that look?
Yeah.
What is it?
I shoved the gun into his gut and just pull the trigger.
Blow the back of his spine out.
With that, I think he pulverized his speed.
Found the splatter zone.
And with the second shot,
that's a splash zone. You better wear your poncho when you're in that area.
You gonna shoot the same one again?
No. Shooting the other one. The one to the south of me.
There you
unless
go.
It's already dead.
Good shot.
So this guy.
Number 72. Dang, Luke.
I could have been better, but I'll take the 2 wounds.
This guy's got 1 Benny left. And he fails to soak.
And now, which one did you shoot?
The one south of me.
Can I do a card?
Yeah.
You do a card, I do a card.
I do Desperate Times to draw a bullseye and double that damage.
Okay, so that would have been 2 wounds.
21, so 42.
Well, 4 wounds.
42?
There we
Nice
go.
shooting, Luke.
Yeah, got the gunman. All right. Luke, what are you doing now?
Let's see. I can still move, so I think I'm just gonna fly over here, land on this rock, as I'm digging into my pocket for more ammo.
Shaken status removed on whichever skookum this is. Skookum. Where you at, Skookum? Way over there. He's the one who got slammed up against the wall. All right. So he runs all the way to there. Oh. Missing Albert, but closing the distance. Sweezy G. Slicey G. Saucy cheese.
Salty cheese?
It slices it, dices it, it shreds it.
It shreds and purees.
It makes
That's
pay.
active opportunity from the guy above me.
Okay, which Skookum 17 would definitely do that with his sharp stick. Missing you. You hit him, dealing 2 wounds to poor.
Is that your counterattack?
Yes.
Yes, that's why he did that. He gets he knows how to work these characters well. Yeah, he's a mook, so that doesn't work out too well in his favor. And you leave a bloody smear on the floor as he bounces off the wall and slides down into the lava.
I'm going to use my frenzy attack on these 2.
Ugh.
A hit and a miss. Using a Benny. Missing a hit.
Does he get a gang up bonus against the one next to our friend? Mechanically, it doesn't automatic add one, but
Number 42?
yeah.
Let's get rid of that.
A 2 would have given him an 8, which would have been a hit if it is.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, we'll say it gives him a gang up bonus. I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, he's a ally. Well, you guys don't really know that. But you're not sure which one stinks worse, the one that's living or the ones that are dead.
Ones that are dead.
Oh. Let's see, let's get rid of that and come up here. Does dude have, he does.
Oh, question. There. Can I play a card also?
After I soak this.
You gotta play a card. I gotta play a card, honey.
Because I was gonna play this one for my last card.
Deadly blow. Play that double the damage of successful melee attack. So even at 2, doubles the damage to 4, which is 8 wounds. He dies.
Wait, -1. Wait, something's not right. Oh, it's a crit fail. I got you.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Instant death.
Wait, so did you give me the gang up bonus? Then I would hit the other one or no?
Yep.
Do you like explode number 88 and the number 42?
Exploding
is that you take number 42 and you stuff him down number 88's neck hole? How does that look?
Do that, yes.
I'm okay with this.
Which one?
I'll allow it.
The first one was against 88 that blew him all. It says 42 right below it.
It's down at 5 of clubs.
I'm just trying to read his freaking name here on the. I've got to expand the combat tracker region. Okay, 42. All right, well, he does have some of these to use. Vigor, and he'll Benny that roll. And get the same thing, and he is incapacitated.
Huh.
And where's 88 at?
Wait, why did it just duplicate into another Suzuki? Uh-oh. Run away! Oh, okay.
Turn my offhand attack.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Now how much can he eviscerate?
And
he's going to move 3 spaces diagonally away over onto the level.
Bloosh!
I've been positioning them very carefully to maximize my chances of tossing them over the side. So I like landing on that guy.
Yeah, Brad, if I ever do play an Al's game again, I will absolutely have Wicked help me create a character.
Sweezy 2.0.
I mean, I will have
I think the most broken character you could make in this game, especially with like as many players as we have, is just somebody who buffs. It really does nothing. There's so many of them that you can just hold on to people because there's no concentration.
Oh yeah,
right.
Just buff.
You jack up your character and make him towards that. You just walk in like, yep, everybody gets this. Everybody gets this. Everybody gets this.
You get a buff, and you get a buff.
It was at 3.5 we were playing this one like cave system for so long. We would go outside and there was a hill outside and we called it Buff Hill, and everything after that became Buff Hill. Let's make a buff hill and start buffing, and you just buff yourself like for 2 minutes before you go in. That lasts like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or an hour.
Like all those,
you get all these buffs. Yeah, you get them all stacked on yourself. You're like, rah! Or you just go back in the cave. Buffalo Skookum number 56.
Buffalo
What's his
scrotum.
Buffalo. I was going to say Buffalo Soldier, but it turned into Scootum and Scoldrum and Scrotum. So there you go.
If Buffalo Scootum is the Buffalo Scrotum, that's where the Rocky Mountain oysters are, right?
Buffalo does he have his oysters caught over here in the entanglement still? Is that what he's got? Way over here? In the entanglements.
And I just called Tommy a Buffalo Skookum.
All right, so ends the turn. How long's your fly lasting on these guys? I forgot to look at that.
It looks like it is 2 more turns.
2 more turns. Yeah, I forgot to look at that when I rolled around his turn. Okay, this guy is no longer... Well, he is entangled because he failed that roll, so... But it's a -4, and that fails. He's still entangled. This guy's not. And he's shaking off these invisible things that nobody can see.
Well, there were vines because I dumped the special miracle grow with the seeds.
And he runs to there.
So it kind of looks like the goop that you used to put on a chia pet.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a bottle you shake it up to get the miracle grow and the seeds working real well.
Scoops up a rock, throws it at Doc Fong, and Doc Fong gracefully steps aside.
He bends down to pick up a penny.
Right.
I don't know why there'd be a penny here, and how it would still be intact.
Is it heads up that's good luck?
Supposedly. If you're superstitious, Doc.
All day long you'll have good luck.
That was an in-character question, because he just found one last heads up. Oh, penny.
Yeah, that's why he went to pin down in the rock mist.
This guy's got to close with Sweezy G and attacking with sharp sticks.
Wait a second, doesn't he get first strike? Sweezy G gets first strike. So he might be dead before he might be dead before the attack actually comes.
Welcome to the blender.
Welcome to the blender. We got fun and games.
I expected a little bit more than that.
Got skookum paste. It's a new variety of
what's this other stuff?
On top of the wound before he can hit me, he goes flying back into that wall.
But if he soaked it, you missed him, right?
Nice.
It just says per hit or raise. It doesn't determine whether or not I actually deal damage.
Oh, really? For hit or raise, he goes flying back into the wall?
And he's stunned. Shaking.
Okay, so he's shaking.
I'm just imagining. When you see his face in the other direction, this thing comes behind and just goes boom, and just flies backwards. Super casual.
Nice. Timon.
Timon's like, here comes another one. I'm going to take his legs out. He's going to use the other shell in his shotgun and swivel around and take a shot at this guy. Number 31. Bang!
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like
Holy
it.
Shit.
I like all the six
it.
Yeah.
Tell me that. Yeah.
Boom,
He does have 3 bennies.
He didn't get no 3 benny no more.
Oh.
He got 2.
Oh. That sucks.
Wow, that's unusual. That many explosions on a D12. Wow.
Yeah. Last time I saw something like that's when J. Rob's character, Little Beaver, was attacking the great big.
I remember that
guy in the. I remember
camp. That. Yep. That was awesome.
And Timon said, "Holy shit!" And backs up and says, Albert, here comes another one. And moves up over next to... Oh, I meant to go there.
All right.
Next to the edge, because he's still watching this one sink. Look, he's giving the thumbs up. He's going down. Like, hey, yeah.
He's got the one ring up there.
It's the end of Terminator 2.
All right. What happened to the damn arrow?
But I don't like how these jokers they're getting.
Another joker.
Oh, end of round. Look at that. Undead buffalo scrotum.
That's the original. He doesn't even have a number. He's the OG.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Wow.
Failure.
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm prone.
It's a lot better than it could be.
Yeah.
Because undead is
actually, I'm going to make him distracted and vulnerable. What I'm going to do.
I like that better.
Because that's pretty
But
easy.
it could have been worse. He could have fallen on his own sharp sticks.
With the Joker bonus, and he's distracted and vulnerable. That's awful. This guy is where? Oh, he's
the wall
there.
Skookum-shaped imprint in the wall.
I thought he was shaking.
It doesn't automatically add it because it doesn't take the.
No, I added it to him though.
Oh.
I clicked the shaking button. So let's do this. Well, it's just a bigger roll. Yeah, he's not shaking.
I think the only reason he'd fail would be from critical failure, because if he's undead, I think they get +2 for shaking.
Yeah.
So
let's rinse and repeat.
Do it again.
Oh, shit. Because they are undead. They do not think.
Ruthless.
I didn't have one to raise this time.
No, but I think you did a lot more damage.
Damn, 3 wounds. And he's able to...
He soaks 2.
Soak 2. You knock him a yard backwards?
Yeah, so he'll be able to charge me again.
Well, he's shaking.
I actually tried to... from the hit, gotcha.
From the wound, yeah.
I mean, you have to admire his persistence.
They're just undead, mindless zombie skookums. Timmons.
All right, Timmons is gonna step forward, cracking open his double barrel, slapping 2 shells in, slapping it up, and I think he is actually gonna pull both triggers on this thing, on this guy. Double barrel blast as this guy goes flying back. Timmons is like, pull! Like it's a skeet. It's a skeet.
Yep. Don't forget your the -2 for reloading and shooting.
Yeah, I got a +2 because I'm shooting my shotgun, and then I got a -2 because I reloaded, and then I put a -2 in the modifier box because I'm double barreling it.
Sounds good.
And it rolled like shit. And I'm going to use a Benny on that.
That is chippable there, Benny. I missed the face.
Absolutely.
That's
yes!
a hit.
You forgot the -2 though.
So let's do.
Still would have hit.
Let's see.
And the target's 4.
That was a factor where devil making that sound, not Timmons' stomach.
Here, hold this. Timmons said, "What's this?" That was a shit roll.
That was a shit roll. Does he have... Oh, thank goodness he's got bennies.
Damn it.
But he can't soak.
Take that wound.
Even
with a Joker bonus.
Even with a Joker bonus. You know, he did have another Benny I could have I could have Bennied the soak roll, but oh well, we didn't. All right, Timmons.
Well, I mean,
wait a second. He was already shaken. So yeah, okay. That's good enough.
Can I step back? Is that okay? And then my turn. Yeah. Like,
all you, Sweezy Cheese.
That's Doc Fong.
So this one over here, how close? It looks like it's pretty close to the edge. Is it close to the edge?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so its left leg is very close to the edge because I would like to take a shot at that, trying to blast the leg and make him fall into the lava.
Okay, called shot. I'm sure you've got some offsetting.
Its leg should be -2, so.
Well, that is easily going to hit.
Oh yeah.
So you hit him in the, and I'm going to give
Very
him
nice.
a -2. No, we're going to make it -4.
Might as well go ahead and roll the damage.
Yeah, roll the damage first. Holy shit. Never mind. You hit the femoral artery.
No, I think you like blasted.
I don't think the femoral artery would affect it. It's undead.
Yeah, it's undead, isn't it? Yeah.
I think you blew his leg off at the knee.
I mean, that was my goal, so he'd fall over to topple to the side, fall in the lava.
Let's
Maybe
see.
you blew part of the bridge away too. Like
He soaks a wound, but I'm gonna put that back on there.
I'm sure there was some rock or dust or something that.
Benny in the soak roll, and he fails, and I'm gonna Benny the soak roll again, just because if he fails, I can get rid of him. And he soaks them. So I still got one bad guy over here on this side. No, I got two. Almost the end of combat. Okay. Doc Fong. He needs to make a -4. I'm going to give it to you for your called shot. Where is his? There we go. And he fails. And I'm putting him in the lava.
It bends. It bends.
3 wounds. No bennies. And now see, he took the 3. Okay, never mind. There we go. Albert.
I was actually still going to move, but.
Oh,
go down like this with the
I'm coming up here to use Albert as to let Albert show his great shooting skill.
So he's back here burning.
Hey, Doc, come over here and watch this. We shooting this guy. Watch him get back up.
Okay.
He's like a yo-yo.
And Suzuki's gonna knock him back down again. Watch this. Get over here. You can shoot him too.
It's like one of those wooden paddles you guys have seen at the dime stores lately that's got the rubber balls on them and the string, because rubber's a new thing. I don't know when those were invented, probably the 30s or 40s, but you guys remember those?
Probably just after the ball.
Brad, that sounds like something you should look up.
I agree.
Let's say it seems like an evolution from the whole like ball and cup one.
I think the ball and cup is pretty old though.
Yeah, so that's like ancient China or something. Like crazy old.
Don't forget to click yourself first, and then you can see.
It's invented by a lonely person because he didn't have no one to play catch with, so he had to throw it to himself. That's why.
All right, Albert, you had yourself targeted, and you had Dead Buffalo Skookum targeted.
It was patented in the 1920s.
Luckily enough, you missed yourself. Where is Dead Buffalo Skookum areas? It was a hit with a raise. So go ahead and.
Oh, Albert's like squeezing in on us. Is that what it did? Holy.
Okay.
And since he's got 4 bennies because of all the jokers that keep coming their way, he's going to roll that. He soaked one of them. So he's going to try to soak them both. And he does. Hey. Don't you hate that?
Do I not get another shot since I moved?
Well, see, okay, so one of the things you got to do and keep in mind in Savage Worlds is you have to call your actions what you're going to do before you do it. So that way you can add all your penalties and blah, blah, blah up. So, if you just move forward and attack something, I'm assuming you're taking one attack,
Okay.
So, but I mean, just that's how it works. So just try to keep that in mind. But yeah, go ahead. Well, if that's the case, then it wouldn't have been a hit with the raise. It would have been a 7. No, that's the wrong thing. Whereas, I don't know. I've lost track of thought. 14th century. Thought it was old. What, the rubber ball?
That was a 20. It was a 22. That was a 22, dude.
Yeah, well,
just like wooden string.
Yeah.
So the plastic ball in that on this with the like elastic string, I think, is from the 20s.
Yeah. So hit the action button down there to take 2 actions and take another shot if you want to, because you still would have got a hit with a raise with a 20.
Okay.
And that's going to be a hit with a raise.
Shaking.
Yeah.
Even with the Joker bonus, he's shaking. All right, Albert.
That is the end of his turn.
Well, Luke is going to do kind of a moonwalk type jump all the way over here. I mean, sure, why not? Backwards.
What's your
and do the whole
speed?
Moonwalk. 12.
And it's about to run out, so.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you need to remove Smite from me because my ammo ran out from that. And let's see. I'll reload. Which I do very hastily.
Speedily, even?
Yeah, zoom. Broosh, even.
Ooh.
Wow.
I think you might hit it, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I think he hit him. 2 wounds. He does have a Benny. 1. Be good, baby. He takes a wound. Oh, where'd Buffalo Skook him?
Joker.
Opposite. Oh, that Buffalo Skook him.
Oh, regular one's down there, yeah.
Missed. Undead Buffalo Skook him.
Is that one still entangled back there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, so I better do this first. Not anymore.
He finally breaks
-4,
through.
6. So he breaks through. Would have had a -2.
Yeah, it was just a -2, so
it would have been a -4. Because he was running too.
Yeah, so
it still breaks free.
Yeah. Well, that really wasn't in dispute. He rolled.
I'm imagining he was running in place at first, and the vine snapped, and then he's
Scooby Doo and Shaggy.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Ruh-roh, Rookum!
Shaken status is removed. Shaken.
Number 56 runs up to number 31, says, "Go get him."
How high is the bridge relative to the lava?
Not very. It's like maybe 5-6 feet over the top of it. Oh, running down 12, 9.
That might take an extra movement or something, but not much.
Oh, right up to Doc.
No, he's on fire.
And missing. Actually, he was the one in there. He wouldn't have been able to make it that far. He would have used 2 of his pace climbing up, so he only got to there.
Oh, I like the idea that he came punch me, just goes right over my head.
Well, you know, I'll give it to you. Yeah, he's on fire. Sweezy G!
Almost circle around to the top of this guy.
Where did he come from? He climbed out of the lava, Doc?
Yes, that's why he's on fire.
That zombie's on fire.
He ran very fast because the fire on the side makes him go faster. Just like a wagon.
So Luke's already got 8 bennies or 7 bennies.
Yeah, not like I really need any more. I haven't really needed one.
Let's try to soak that. That soaks. Let's try to soak this. And use up them bennies. That's so.
Is he going on a trip now, Wicked?
Yeah. 17 squares. That's a pretty rough roll.
Yeah, I think that's like at least halfway across the states at this point.
And the Danny ship was tough.
Tossed.
Okay. Are you making fun of his lift?
I'm laughing with Drake. I'm gonna untarget Skookum because he's no longer in range for that. And does he take? No, he's just shaking, right?
Yep, he's just shaking.
All right.
He's maxing the wall.
I don't know. Traveling that far, he's got to get his passport out, I think.
He's just kicking shit all over the place.
He's got like 2 new stamps on his passport. He's like, yeah. It looks like Suzuki's freaking fist right in one of them.
There's also a little fire stamp because of the lava.
So wherever he's from, China or whatever.
Well, do your damage first. Let's see what happens. This guy needs to get his ass back into the lava.
Ooh.
That doesn't hurt. Why am I flying?
That is in the lava.
Why are you flying, Doc? Because you handed us magic mushrooms.
Well, I knew that, but I don't think that thing ate any.
No, just
smells like burned rotting meat.
Sweezy G just seems to I don't know where he got all that strength from, but wowzers.
You just see him disappear below the lava.
It's because Sweezy G takes his vitamins.
It's because he drank his milk as a kid.
Well, the life of me, I can't get above like a 6 in cards.
That's okay. You're still being your normal chainsaw self.
Yeah. I'm guessing they go first to allow them to like charge in and get close to me.
He'll make it to the shaken status removed. Where's he at? He's right there.
Is he going to go back to Squeezy Chi?
I don't know. We're going to call Squeezy Cheese odd. And he does. He's coming back at you. Oh, but you miss. Using a Benny. All these fucking Bennies from all the Jokers. That's it.
Jokers, yeah. Well, that's because of all the things on the combat tracker. There was a much higher chance of drawing one.
Plus, I get 3 cards. Luke gets 2 cards. Sweezy, I think it's a couple.
Unfortunately, he has no Bennies left. Oh. And
he goes flying back to the wall anyway.
And he goes back here and dies.
Again.
It wouldn't have mattered whether he went after me or Luke, though, because he was going to step into my range to do it. The moment he steps into my range, first strike falls off. He doesn't have to be targeting me. That's why I positioned myself in front of everybody.
I'm not going to do anything with fly. We're all on solid land. Well, I'm going to land, because I may have been floating. Oh, but I'm going to shoot at this guy.
Ooh. D6.
Roll
a D6. Roll a D6.
Roll a D6. Roll a D6. With a wound on dude.
Number 56.
I'm suddenly taken back to days in a high school band.
You know, I'm wondering.
Hey, what?
Just because of the cadence thing he did.
Actually, I'm not going to land straight down. I'm going to fly backwards and land behind Sweezy.
Just as your spell's going.
I follow the last 3 inches. Oh,
I wasn't getting any Sirenscape this whole time. So, yeah.
You're missing out.
Whose time is it? Doc Funk?
So are the viewers. Poor viewers.
Yeah.
The viewers are missing out on everything tonight. They're going to have to catch it on the YouTube. So Doc moves. Luke Cunningham.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but no more flying, correct?
Yes, I just landed for the last time for now.
Okay.
I hope you were landed too.
Yes. Or, it may have fallen just a couple of inches or so.
I hope you weren't 300 feet above the ground.
No, nothing like that. Let's see.
How is it that the original undead buffalo Skokum is the only one that's alive? The one that doesn't have a number.
The original?
What's the odds of that?
Yeah. He's the OG, man.
Was that the one that was the furthest south that was entangled the whole time?
Oh, no. Well, the OG is alive. Undead alive, kind of. Still on his feet, but staggering. I'm sorry, Brad, what was that?
I was just wondering if it's because he was at the bottom. He was the first one added from the bottom of the map.
Probably.
Because the ones that are showing up are the ones who were slowed with the entanglement for a while there.
Oh, I shot at him and hit him.
Mm-hmm.
3 wounds. Does he have any?
He's got 3 wounds, but he is not dead. Well, he's not down. He's dead. He's definitely dead. He's undead.
Yeah. Well,
he's dead.
Albert.
Okay.
You're gonna get the kill shot out of there, Albert. Go ahead, hit him in the head.
Is it within range?
Yeah, sure it is. You're an expert marksman. Everybody's in range.
Fair enough.
I mean, don't forget, if it is at a range penalty, you would ignore up to 2 of them. Because of marksman.
Just up to long range is 48, and the caverns 12 wide.
Yeah, you're within short range, so you don't even have to worry about it.
Cool.
Guns go really far.
Kablooey.
There you go.
That worked.
I think you shot a nose off. You did. You shot a nose right off his face. Oh.
Too bad.
And his head busted open like a cantaloupe.
5 minutes. 5 minutes since we ain't on stream. We'll be right back.
Are we going on our
Yeah, we're going to end that music right there.
There was music?
I didn't hear music. Or was it break time music?
Yeah.
Don't forget to restart Sirenscape.
Mm-hmm. And a piece of pizza. And it's Albert's turn, and there's nobody left. You guys are out of combat.
Yeah.
And as it ends, old Buffalo Skookum takes off running.
After him?
Hey, where did he go?
Follow after him. It's hot as hell in here.
Yes, it is. Let's get the fuck out.
Good thinking. Hey, what's this that looks like a staircase, and why does it smell so bad?
Give me that man back. I wasn't done moving my token.
All right. Now, basically, we're going to paint a little picture here.
Uh-oh.
You guys try to catch up with your guide. It's not hard because you can just follow the odor coming off this thing. And eventually, you begin to see light ahead. And you come to the end of this lava tube, and you're back out in what appears to be like a big basin, a big bowl in the earth. And it's covered in like yellowish glass almost.
I wonder if one of the bowl was from here. You think he was from here?
I don't know. This is kind of like a bowl.
Yep, bowl. That's right, bowl.
That makes a lot more sense. I thought they were just very, very small when they were born.
Well, I mean, people are very small when they're born.
Yes, but usually they do not fit in a soup bowl.
Maybe not a soup bowl.
Yes, and Timmons... well, Timmons did give birth in a sense in a soup bowl that last camp, and...
That was not giving birth. I'm not even going to comment on what that was, mainly because I'm eating.
I was going to bury it later, I swear.
Just like Jeb.
Yo, Stuco's wait up. Do we see where he went? I mean, we come out, we see this, that we're in a bowl.
Do we see a skookum or like maybe a lightning bolt symbol?
You don't. And by the way, wait a second, I forgot to. I said you saw light at the end of the tunnel, but you really don't because it was 3 p.m. when you went in here.
Well, it wasn't light at the end of the tunnel. It was actually our consciousness fading out because we've been following this fucking skunky ass, big ass dude for how long?
About 4 hours.
3 hours? 4 hours. It's
after a while, you don't even smell it anymore.
Didn't we start like in the very beginning of the morning?
Yeah.
It was 3 p.m. where we left off. So. It is now 7 p.m. on Saturday, the 10th of January, 1880. And
Did we lose the skookum?
There's not much snow on the ground here.
So we're basically in a cold era, right?
Do we still have dark sight from Sweezy's power?
I think that lasts a while, doesn't it?
An hour, and then I can maintain it for an extra hour for another 20.
Yes, I just left when I started.
4.
Yeah, I would have kept it on us. I didn't need it for anything else.
All right.
Well, this certainly is an interesting looking place. I like the yellow.
You see yellow? I see just shades of gray.
Oh, I'm sorry. That might be my cataracts.
Maybe my Google's not working right. Oh, these are the Googles. These are the dark side. So, do we smell this thing? We're gonna try to see. Wait, which way did he go?
Speaking of smell, all you can smell is sulfur, which isn't much different than the way this thing smelled. But you can see in the fading light of day, no, daylight would have been gone a couple hours ago because this is the winter time and it is 7 p.m. But with your dark vision and whatnot, you can see this steam rising, and you're like, well, there's, the only snow you see is like on top of big rocks and stuff. The floor is not covered. And it wouldn't take you guys long to figure out that I don't think we're going to need these, but I am going to go to the party sheet, reset adventure cards, and reset bennies.
Hey, guess what I just got, Benno?
Uh-oh.
Oh, God damn it.
But
I lost a Benny.
You can feel heat coming off of the ground where the ground should be cold. And it's like rising everywhere.
So, nice place to make camp.
Going.
Yeah, except
making camp might actually be a good idea.
Make camp right here on this active caldera.
Yeah,
but perfect. do we see our buffalo friend?
No.
Do we track him at all? Is there any? I'm guessing there's no snow because it's melty. Are there footprints from mud and all the water?
Well, I lost them.
Yeah, Timmons is gonna. Let me see. Timmons, look, I found some tracks. Oh, those are mad.
Oh God, it's that elk god thingy again, isn't it? Or no? What was it that we saw? It killed the elk.
Bigfoot.
A skookum.
Was it a skookum?
I thought that was the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this one looked like it when we saw him in the cave.
No, I
mean what? Put the elk up in the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the skookums.
Yeah, it's a skookum.
It was?
Dude, the only thing I've been doing is playing off of all these videos of Bigfoot encounters that are on YouTube. Some of them are pretty entertaining. Some of them are
incredibly hokey.
Yeah, but some of them could be believable. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know that.
There's definitely a big difference between rural mountains in like British Columbia and suburban Cleveland.
Yeah.
They can tree step. They just step into the trees and go to another tree way far away. Tree step.
Yep. Like a dryad. So, you guys do hear this guy. Or girl. Well, no, this one didn't have hairy mammary glands swinging as it walked away.
He's the best at identifying.
Timmons didn't look, so he doesn't know. He wouldn't know.
Well, Robert would have. If nothing else, to compare him to himself. If it was Mel.
You guys can hear.
Is it coming from a particular direction? Or is it just echoing everywhere?
I am not hearing anything at the moment.
That seems to... You might have to restart. Here. I bet you'll hear that.
Oh, now I hear it.
Yeah. It is to your west.
You suppose that's our skookum friend?
Well, it sounds similar. Let's investigate.
It doesn't sound like a goat got his nuts caught in a fence.
No, that's more of a...
I'm looking for... If this will load and not crash my Sirenscape.
And you probably jinxed it.
Probably. There we go.
I need to figure out what's wrong with my Sirenscape.
You feel the ground begin to move under.
Here we go again. I think we're gonna have another one of them shaking and waking things.
Let's hurry up and see if we can follow the sound of our hairy friend. Let's go that way.
A gout of steam comes shooting up the side.
The cat!
Ah!
Why must he lead us through these dangerous parts?
Yes. Let's... Right after you, Luke. I'm following you.
Yes, of course you are, Doc. I'll hold your hand if you want me to.
All right. So you carry on, and you get kind of start coming up the. You walk on for another, I'm gonna say hour, passes, and it's rough. And as you're walking across, I mean, it literally sounds like walking on broken glass. And
walking on broken
by the time you guys get to the other side of this caldera with the steam and your footwear, your boots, your sandals are just rips and gouges all in them from the very sharp stone that you've been traversing across. Or that's kind of a traversing. Didn't need to say it twice.
Good thing you didn't wear your squeaky shoes, Timmons. They would probably be unsqueaked by now.
Yeah, they don't hold up too well with these sharp rocks and stuff. Yeah, no, I don't even think I got any socks on anymore.
I think Timmons is more like, what sucks?
I thought for Timmons, socks were the equivalent of scale mail.
I had 2 pairs. Now I get one.
For Timmons, they are. He wears them so long they become crisp. And
yeah, he stands them up next to his boots. Yeah, he lines them up. He's got boots and then his socks.
I think they call that cardboard where I come from.
I don't think Timmons has another set of boots. He's going to have to do some mending. He gets out his duct tape. He's like, all right, here we go. Gonna fix up these boots. Let me see what I got in my bag to help these out here. Oh, the old trusty blanket over here.
You guys are actually on top of this large dome shield volcano. So you're at a very high elevation. With your night vision, you can see Mount Shasta rising, that in addition to the moonlight. No snow falling. Hasn't been any snow for a couple of days. But you don't hear the sound of this creature anymore. And you find yourself standing there looking around going, I haven't heard it for a while. I don't smell it. I don't, all I smell is the sulfur coming from everywhere. And suddenly the whole world around you is, who all has dark sight on?
I think he put on all of us.
Yeah, that'll go.
You're completely blinded.
Yeah.
I think something has gone wrong with my eyes.
Can I go to sleep now? I think I can't see nothing.
You actually do. You are sleeping. You're dreaming.
When did that happen?
And then it's a barbecue, and it's a pork chop, sides.
When your vision begins to come back, you're kind of not really. You're not aware of anybody around you. You don't know where you are. You don't know how you got here. And there's a very bright light. And above you, you see this...
Oh no, the aliens are come to take us away.
Image.
It is.
Oh no, the aliens have come to take us away.
It's a top.
It does kind of look saucer-esque. Maybe that's the bowl and a plate. Timmons, you probably still shouldn't use it as a toilet.
Except you guys can't communicate with each other because you don't know your surroundings. You don't know where you're at. You don't remember what you're doing.
Pretty cool.
You're not even quite sure who you are. And you're all alone.
And we can't hear nobody when we're talking out loud.
That's right. Yeah.
What's
going
on?
You don't even know what Timmons. You don't know what Timmons, Luke. You don't know. You're like an infant. You can't communicate, and you're at the mercy of something else that begins to move you. And
that happens.
You get the sensation that you're falling.
Oh no!
I flap my arms as though I'm a bird. It works with mushrooms usually, right?
Timmy tried to fight.
Al is reaching for a cigar that's not there.
So I'll put that on stream so that I actually got a recording of it. And the next thing you know, there's movement around you. And it sounds like you're underwater and you can hear, I don't know. It's my
fart bubbles. It's my fart bubbles. You can hear my fart bubbles.
It sounds like being underwater and somebody trying to scream underwater.
Is there an up? Is there down?
What is up? What is down?
Can I do a backflip?
You don't even know what a backflip is, but I'm trying to get
barrel roll.
If you guys want to enjoy something, some good reading here after the game, check that out. Just open it up in a browser window and minimize it. Funny. Gigantopithecus undescribed. That's a novel species.
Where are you putting it?
In the chat, in Fantasy Grounds, there's a little clicky thingy.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, that one's got a bicycle.
Yeah, and you can see people moving around you, and you're like, people?
This will work
I don't know them.
What are people?
What are people? Where am I? What happened to oregano and tarragon and saffron?
We were lasagna?
Whatever happened to basil anyway?
I think they ran off for tomato.
Basil Rathburn.
Once in a while, they'll hang out with mozzarella. Uh-oh.
And as you're staring out, looking at this creature come forward, you can see him holding up hands, and out of the air around his hands, these small wires, animated wires, begin moving and circling your face, and then you feel excruciating pain as they enter your skull, and all goes black again. In the campaign, that's pretty cool,
huh? Did we win?
Wait, what?
I
missed something.
In the sequel campaign, we come back as cyborgs, and also it's the future.
And post-apocalyptic.
Yes.
Continuing Shadowrun.
Did you hear that? What I was describing?
Do very well for Timmons because he can't take post-apocalyptic.
What was that?
He can't take post-apocalyptic.
What was that part?
I said, did you hear what I was describing? With the animated wires that appear around this creature's hand as it approaches you, and you're completely helpless. You can't move away from it. You don't want to move away from it. You don't want it close to you, but yet you want it so much. And then these wires just manifest out of thin air around this thing's hand. You do notice it only has 3 digits on its hand as it comes towards you like this. And these wires encircle your face, encircle your skull, and then they begin to bore into your head, and excruciating pain overtakes you, and all goes black.
I feel I should know this, but that's pretty awful. I mean, at first I thought it was just like puppetry. We were puppets.
I think I had my skull crack open just before I passed out.
I'm just worried we're going to wake up and there's going to be a spaceship and then we're going to crash because we don't know what a spaceship is.
You're standing with a bunch of people in a sea of lava and you're fighting these large zombies. No. You're around a campfire with a bunch of Native Americans. No. You're riding on a boat up the... No.
I pinch myself till I wake up.
You're in the city of Shanfan and you're talking to a very powerful warlord. No. You're in the middle of a battle in Shanfan. No, that's not it. You're in the town of Perdition. And you're fighting these lycanthropy. What the hell was there? Eddie Griff and his brothers. No. You're back in the city of St. Louis where you first meet these people that you're running. No. You're running with your friends. It's your teenage years. And you're making your way to school or out to the farm to work or whatever. And Squeezy G's case, somewhere over there, and Doc Fong too. And basically you're seeing scenes of your life moving backwards. And excruciating pain.
Our lives are flashing before our eyes.
But they're running backwards. And the pain intensifies. And your vision, although it's all cloudy, you can see these wires retreating, away from your face, and they're just kind of hovering and moving around on their own. And you just kind of slowly fall asleep. But as you're sleeping, you begin to dream. And you're face to face with Born in a Bowl once again. Nobody else around you. Each one of you just one-on-one with Born in a Bowl.
Is that the one that chopped her pinky off?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Miss
Told
Bowl.
you how to. She talked to the spirit of Seas Far Away, using his skull that you guys recovered from Jehoshaphat Valley.
I guess thank you if we're able to remember this and whatnot.
Remember, you guys can talk freely to Born in a Bowl. You don't see anybody else around you, none of the other posse. Each one of you, it's one-on-one, but feel free to ask me questions, whatever, I'll answer.
Where am I?
Did I eat too many mushrooms?
Why does my head hurt?
Was it the red ones?
Was I supposed to take the blue pill?
Skookum poop is all she says.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm kidding. Skookum poop.
To me, would that kind of make sense?
Where, when, and why are we?
She tells you, Doc Fong, that you are, and the world is, but soon it will not. You have made it a long way, and you have a long way to go, and a short time to get there.
All right, Smokey and the Bandit.
On a train bound for nowhere.
What happened? What happened to the Skookum friend? What were those wires?
She begins to move away from you like she's floating. She was sitting there on the ground, cross-legged. And it's like she begins to float away from you. And again, light draws down to a pinpoint and flicks out, and it's dark. You guys, each of you individually, open your eyes. You feel warm, very comfortable.
I think I peed the bed.
Like you could sleep, another day. You've been out in the mountains. It's cold. And you look over, and Doc, you look down.
Oh shit, Doc's in the bed with me.
No, Doc's not in the bed with me. Doc, you look down, you can see your arms ripped open and filleted right down to the bone, the flesh and as you're laying here on this and completely unable to move, and misty figures are moving around you, but you can't make anything out, and you're like, what in the hell? It's like the worst dream you've ever had.
Shouldn't have added that ghost rock powder to the mushrooms.
Timmons, you look over, and your entire right arm is missing.
Yeah, you see my right arm? I think
it reminds you of
my squeaky shoes.
You've seen this once before when you were back in the mining business, and the guy that was handling the charges had a mishap and blew his whole arm off with a blasting cap.
Is he talking water?
Your whole right arm is missing. Now again, you're in this dream state, and you see these misty figures moving around you. Luke, your heart begins to race. You can feel your heart beating in your skull. You've been that way before, where you've ran a long ways, your blood pressure's up, you feel this, and the muscles in your legs and arms begin to cramp as if you've not had anything to drink in 2 weeks, which, we all know you die, but in a week you haven't had anything to drink and you can barely move. It's like being cramped up. You remember being stuck in the desert one time, and it was so bad that your muscles just completely locked up, and that's what it feels like right now. And Luke,
covered in spiders.
You see these misty figures around you, Luke, and you begin seeing images of Grimm and his people, his servants, his inner circle. Those that you've listed, those that you've named, those that brought death to your most beloved, and what you've thought of ever since is ruin to your life. But you've got purpose. And all you can see is Grimm running away from you, and running, and running. And you're running after him, but you can't seem to catch him. Sweezy G, this pain recedes from you. These wires come out of your head. Each one of you has experienced the same thing, by the way. These wires coming out of your head, excruciating pain, all goes dark. The next thing you know, you're seeing this again. Sweezy G, the last one. You've always been looked at and praised by the people. But as you walk into the village that you see before you, people turn their head away from you. Doors close. Windows are drawn. You look down at your hands, and you can see the kinetic energy coming off of you in waves. And you're calling out to people that you know. It's your mother, it's your father, it's your grandfather, who was, the oldest relative that you knew that walked the same path that you did. And they all seem to turn away from you and close their doors, and they leave you standing in the street.
Trigger up.
The light begins to come back on. The cloudiness, the haziness, but you feel like you're trapped under something. It's not water. You can breathe, but it feels like water. It's wet. It's cold. You can't move your limbs. It's like you're completely frozen in place. And you all find yourselves sitting around a campfire, and there's an old Indian sitting next to you.
Where'd you come from?
What's going on?
Are you one of the earth spirits?
You have talked to me before, he said.
Ooh, you got pants on this time.
I don't think it's green iguana.
I don't think you'll need it, but by golly, that's worth a penny. It's not green iguana. He says, I was called seas far away. I tried to warn my people.
Warn them of what?
Warn them.
Yeah, of what? Of what?
What?
Of Grim and his intentions.
Your vision is true, I guess, because where the wires come from and what just happened? What did you guys go through that? What happened?
You hear a noise, Timmons. You're like, what happened? What happened? And everything is still feeling surreal, right? You're looking at Luke, and Luke's looking at you. Luke, you look down, and Timmons, he's got like fucking barbed wire all around his arm, like wrapped around his arm from his shoulder all the way to his wrist, like this barbed wire.
Isn't that painful, Timmons?
My arm is missing. Do I see it?
As you do, you look down and you look back up at Luke, and as you're looking at him, you can see these black flecks, like, kind of moving across his eye real quick, and little flecks of black, like anti-light, drifting through his
artifacts.
Well, my mom used to get those. They used to run across your eye like that. What do they call it?
Floaters?
Floaters.
These are very pronounced. And there's this hatred that you can feel radiating off of Luke. You can feel this.
That wasn't your bow I shit in, was it?
No, Timmons. My hatred is directed towards one man.
Everything is. Imagine watching a movie with all the color and tint turned to a kind of a blue color. There's like a lack of greens, a lack of yellows. Everything's kind of washed out, almost gray. And you can hear these hideous howls way off in the distance. And they seem to be getting closer and getting closer. And you realize it's a bunch of, what it reminds you guys of, if you remember back to the days when you busted out of Hellstrom's underground tunnel with the train, and the Indians were chasing you, remember?
Remember?
2.5 years ago, remember that?
I remember.
Remember?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I definitely remember that.
First, second, third, or fourth train crash. We got to help us out here.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but it sounds like a bunch of Indians riding, like on the warpath or something. And you notice they come riding past you, and there's like a buffalo in front of them that's just running. This one takes a lance and just shoves it right down into his side like this, and the buffalo veers off and they just disappear off into the mist. And he says, "You are walking the hunting grounds."
The hunger
again?
This is a way to get to the earth spirits.
You guys have felt this way before. You're like,
Wait, that was Jeb.
Yeah, you don't know, Luke, but Timmons would remember it. Timmons is the only one here that would remember it. Perdition, California.
It was like you boys off school because, we got to go left if we get to a cactus.
Where's... What the hell is the... Let me see if I... Damn, I've got 5 pages of custom images for this campaign. That's over 500 custom images I've added to this thing in 2.5 years.
Wow.
Let's see. The hell was her name, Drake?
Who?
The little girl.
The creepy little girl?
Creepy little girl. Yeah, the days before Unity when you could do that with layers and Anyway, when you were in Perdition and she had the dog that she was afraid of, right? And you were walking the hunting grounds that night. So you felt this before. You've been here. You know, you're like, wow, I've been here before.
To me, like, I've been close to the devil around here somewhere.
It is possible that Luke has been here before meeting up with the rest, but I'm not going to rule it out at least.
Yeah, y'all stay close on the path, because the devil watching over here. Pretty close right over here somewhere.
Right over here? Where are you pointing?
Okay,
where are you pointing to?
He's just looking around nervously. Right over
here somewhere. And he starts to point, and you guys all notice that the end of his right arm ends in, like, these two shotgun barrels that come out the end of his right hand.
Groovy.
Where the barbed wire starts and wraps up his forearm. All the way up his forearm. And,
hey, Ash.
What's that?
Okay, Ash. Evil Dead.
I don't know.
Sorry, you say Ash, I think Pokemon.
Well, sure, but I'm referring to the Evil Dead Ash here.
Yes, that's the second Ash that comes to mind.
And Born in a Bowl says it's been a long time in coming, and your preparation has finally arrived, and next thing you know, you're standing with him, all of you guys, and you're looking down on this like huge room of lava that's just flowing everywhere, and right in the middle of it is like this piece of stone that's jutting up, this some kind of a harder rock that hasn't melted away, and in the middle of it is a petroglyph.
Well, without a second thought, Luke just pulls out his knife, puts his palm, places it on it.
No blood comes out of you, Luke.
No, he still goes through the motions.
Okay. And you turn and you look up, and just opposite you is another column coming out of the ceiling. So think of a stalactite and a stalagmite with the points cut off of them. And you can see another petroglyph on the one above you.
Like he would be the white stuff inside of an Oreo if he stood there?
It's like way up there. And Luke starts pointing at it, and it's like 60 feet up. And Sweezy G looks, and he just takes off. You know, the Chinese kung fu flying movie, and just running in the air. And he comes up there and slices his arm and wipes it on this thing. And as it does, your world begins to shake and tremble. Stones begin to fall into this lava, and it's splashing on you guys. It's burning you all over. And you're like, that's it. It's all over now. And
Elizabeth, whatever your name was.
Guy's the big one, Elizabeth. And
Miss Bull, what is going on?
With he's gone.
Marv went robotic.
Hello? Am I here? Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, you're okay.
And you guys are like Mr. Bull, and you're looking around, or Mr. C's far away. I don't know. And you're looking around. He's not anywhere around anymore. You're by yourselves. And all of a sudden, everything begins to, you're all drawing away. Like, Timmons, you look at Luke, and you look at Albert, and they're getting farther and farther away. They're not moving. They're not walking. Neither are you. You guys are drifting apart. And with tremendous pain, you awaken, naked and cold, on the side of a mountain. The sun is up. It's colder than hell outside.
You're not hungover.
There's too many mushrooms, guys, for real.
And you're all looking at each other like totally naked. And you look around and you can see down below you.
Marbanya, you're really garbled.
Really?
Yeah. You're a bit robotic.
We will call you Mr. Roboto.
Domo.
It should be okay now. I'm having modem issues again. I'm calling my ISP tomorrow. That's it. I'm done with this shit. Anyway, you look down below you, and it's like you're looking down off the side of one of the mountains, east of Perdition, and in the far distance, you can see the city of Los Angeles down below the little town of Perdition. And it's like so hot outside that have you ever been like really cold outside and then went in and stuck your hands under warm water and it burned, it hurt, it felt like needles?
Yes, it stung.
You got too hot too quick from being cold, and that's what this feels like right now. Is you're shaking, you're freezing, but you're burning up at the same time, and it's like little needles all over you. So basically, I'm going to give you guys a kind of a metagaming overview, and feel free to, I just want you to think about what I'm going to tell you here for a minute. I'm going to start with Doc Fong. Doc Fong, you would have the ability for wiry tentacle-like feelers that can probe out of your body, adding +4 to healing rolls. Okay, now the trade-off is your sense of feel is multiplied tenfold. You become ultra-sensitive to touch stimuli. Huh?
Just like being young again.
Yeah. So you become ultra-sensitive to touch stimuli, and in certain situations, the Marshal can call for a fear check at -4 with no chance of using a Benny. Marshal's discretion. Okay. So there's some trade-off for some boons that you guys are going to get before you go into what could be this final battle, what will be the final battle. Timmons, your right arm is missing from the elbow down.
From the elbow
or
the shoulder?
Or from the shoulder down. I said the elbow, the shoulder down.
Okay.
Your right arm is missing. Now it's hinged, it moves, but coming out the end is your double barrel shotgun. Your right hand of the devil is literally your right hand. And the barbed wire that you had wrapped around the stock that you used as a club is still wrapped around your forearm and embedded in your skin. You can't feel it. So, right-handed devil weapon surgically fixed to your right arm, replacing the hand and forearm with a sawed-off shotgun. Gains the auto reload and armor piercing 2, but can no longer be used as it can't be like used as a swung melee weapon. However, that's not quite true. So the barbed wire wrapped around the stock, however, adds a +4 to unarmed melee damage from a punch or clothesline attack. And the trade-off is you gain a -4 to agility rolls requiring the use of hands to manipulate objects. So if your horse got out of line and you're trying, okay, give me a riding check, something that you're trying to use your hands to do, you're gonna have a -4 penalty.
Like climbing across a rope or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Climbing up a ladder might be a little difficult too.
So Albert,
he's gonna have to get him a grappling hook that fits in the end of his shotgun. He's gonna use that a lot.
We need HG to come back and make that.
Hey Timmons, we'll call you Barrett.
let me get through this, guys. So
like
Albert,
a fork and knife setup. Oh yeah.
You truly become the best at anything competitive. You gain a die type +1 in agility and strength. Okay.
Not that I need it.
Well, I mean, you get so you'll get a die type +1. So if you got an 8, it'll be a 10 +1. We'll figure that out. I'll show you how to do that here in a minute, or one of these guys can. The best, let's see. Wait a second.
If it says +1 die type, it just goes up a die type.
Right, but it's when competing in some fashion. Okay, so this isn't a permanent thing. It's going to be more of a we need to put a an effect that you can drop on yourself at certain times. Now, when I say when competing in some fashion to be the best, including combat situations, because in combat that's the contest of contests, right?
Right.
The best, including combat situations, which is auto-calculated into the roll as a trade-off. He cannot refuse any challenge and will not retreat from danger in combat. In such situations, he has a -2 die type to smarts when making critical decisions. So, if it's like fight or flight and everybody else is running, you're going to give me a smarts roll at -2 to see if it's time to get the hell out or not. Okay, so there's your trade-off.
Or if I'm just gonna light the black powder I've got in my pocket.
Yeah, should I light this black powder? No, that's not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Luke.
It's gonna take green fire in one hand and dynamite in the other.
So vengeance drives Luke. He
Sorry.
gains 2 die type in the hex slinging skill when facing Grim or his servants, and +2 to attack and damage rolls against them. As a trade-off, he always goes for the biggest fish in the pond, moving towards the greatest threat as quickly as possible, only when facing Grim or his servants, which is, any priest, missionary, if they says these for Grim, you fucking lose it, man, and you're going after him. When facing Grim, his enemy hindrance awards Grim a +2 to attack and damage rolls against you. You and Grim can sense each other's presence when within 100 yards of each other.
Okay. Good thing we plan on setting off the flood.
Sweezy G.
I suspect it won't be that easy.
You have mastered gravity itself, and you gain the permanent fly power at will. You can move up to your pace die without provoking a 2-action penalty when flying. So if you're flying, you can say, okay, I'm going to roll a pace die, and it does not require 2 actions to do so. The trade-off: the hindrance cup overflows, becomes overly powerful when facing a Manitou or other creature not of this world, basically anything other than natural beasts or humans, whatever. Whenever you use an arcane background power when in the presence of such creatures, a roll of 1 on either die causes negative effects to the party based on the trappings of the skill used, Marshal's discretion, usually a backfire affecting Posse members. So, to paint a picture of what's actually happened here, yes, the alien abduction as Brad wanted. I didn't want to play it out because that could have ended up being a whole other month of, unfortunately.
Weirdness.
But it's given me some very good ideas about my next Savage Worlds thing. I think I know what I'm going to do now because I've wanted to do so many different things. I'm going to do a Highlander type thing where basically the players are immortals and they move from time to time to time. Moving from
that
one
actually
place.
Sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, and it'll all be homebrew.
Do you get to say there could be only one?
Yeah. Well, no, not really. In that sense, there will be a higher purpose to you and what you're doing. But anyway,
basically, we were originally like an adventuring group, and we. I don't know if this would be considered a blessing or a curse.
Fake kind of combination of Highlander and Assassin's Creed. So one of you could be a pirate from the 1600s, from the Spanish Main. One of you could be from ancient Greece. One of you could be from, but something has brought you together at a moment in time and then moves you from point to point to point.
Can I be a ghost Viking in denial?
In denial?
Yes, he doesn't think he's dead because if he was dead, he'd be in Valhalla, and since he's not, he must not be dead.
Nice.
I mean, that is fair thinking.
I kind of like that, actually.
It'd be RoboCop.
Futuristic.
There's how I wrote that up. Now, I invite you to look this over, and because this is going to be a hell of a fucking battle, should be. You're getting ready to face some of the wickedest motherfuckers in Deadlands canon. So if there's talk to me if you're like, this is cool, but what if it did this instead? And it's going to be hard to persuade me to go too far away because I really thought a lot about this stuff. It's like, what perks could I give these guys? But there has to be a trade-off. There has to be a, for edges, there are hindrances type thing.
Pretty cool, I think. I like it. Kind of like, and this is the shotgun that Timmons has had since day one.
Yep. So basically, the aliens got a hold of you guys. They probed your brain. They read your minds.
Oh, God, I feel so sorry for them if they probed Timmons.
Well, it didn't take them long to read yours. It was kind of like a pop-up book.
They just took his hat off and went, oh, take his arm.
It was like a pop-up book or, otherwise mostly pictures, few words, small words.
Is there, like, in the barbed wire on his arm all wrapped up in it, is the badge in there? The Devil's Posse
it could
badge?
Be. You guys paint the trappings. That's a good thing about Savage Worlds, man, is you guys pick the trappings. You guys tell me how it looks. I'm just telling you some things I thought would be cool. And it started with Sweezy G being this great kung fu master, at level 21 or 21 advances, whatever. He should be able to fly, right? Is what I'm thinking, because they could in every damn kung fu movie I ever watched.
He should be able to at least jump like the Incredible Hulk or something. Like.
So I was wondering about my arm blades. And trademark weapons twice. Like that, lose both of those.
No.
Can he become like a Wolverine instead? He can just retract the claws.
No. What do you mean? You don't. Let's see. Let me scroll back up and see what I've got written here.
The ones he inherited, and then they put on his arm as one piece, and he grows into it, so he can't remove them.
No, they're not. You didn't lose anything.
Oh, you said we were naked on that thing, so I thought.
Oh yes, no. You have no clothing. Your blades.
You didn't lose an arm.
Yeah. Your blades are actually a part of you. They've been fused with your arms. Kind of like.
Yeah, roboticism.
They figured it was a good idea not to touch those. But pants are fair game, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And now all the Sasquatch are wearing pants, or at least 5 of them are.
The undead one.
It's a new trend.
And then next week, we will, I guess, head on down into Los Angeles, because you guys make your way to Perdition.
Wait, are we finished with Petroglyphs?
Yeah, you got the last two?
Okay. I was just making sure, that's all.
The alternative was you were going to have to go over and beat Lao, who's the god of the underworld, and he's like a big fiery ball that would have just burned all your asses because he's a god.
Oh, Lantern King.
And I decided
no, he's not fun like him.
There were a lot of different paths, creative paths that I thought, how am I going to tie this all together and bring him back to Southern California? And we've got 8 months to kill. And it all just kind of fell together. Well, if the aliens take him here and tuck him away, and so you get to Perdition, and you come to the Indian encampment outside where Little Beaver had fought the huntsman and stuff, that fought the big guy. Remember that? Long time ago. As a matter of fact, that's what made Jethro quit.
Wait. Stabbed him right in the head with a knife.
No, actually, I believe Jethro quitting was him and I
soldiers
talking about mechanics or something in Savage Worlds, And we were basically saying the same thing, but he was getting upset and angry and just
no. It's because you guys went after you went to the Indian encampment. There were a bunch of hunters, and they said the Union Army stole all their guns and their kill and stuff, and was headed back over to Nevada with it. And you guys went after him, and you attacked the Union soldiers, and because he was an agent of the United States.
Oh, you mean the character?
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
His name was Jethro.
Well, it was Jethro, and it was Jethro the character too. He played a character named Jethro. So anyway, you guys get back to Perdition, and you guys discover that it is like 4 days before this great feast. That's why it's so hot outside. You kind of make your way to the Indian encampment. They're like, oh, look, it's a bunch of naked men.
Hey,
the woods.
It must be friends of Green Iguana.
Friends of the Green Iguana. Yeah, but all that part of town's gone.
We learned a life lesson from Green Iguana.
Yeah. But they do give you some clothes, some skins and whatnot to get into town, and you get in there, and you find out that Alonzo has been called to Los Angeles on business. So Alonzo, the marshal, is not in town right now.
All to Los Angeles on business? That doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound good.
Right. What kind of business did Albert have in Los Angeles?
I don't know, but
he was working at
he left yesterday afternoon, is what they tell you.
But he was
not Albert, Alonzo. I meant Alonzo.
Sheriff, or what was he?
Marshal. Town.
Marshal. So, I mean, if there was like some sort of security thing, there's a reason. There might be a logical reason. Like if there was bandits, or right?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been like, he had to go. Somebody robbed the saloon and took off, and he heard they were in Los Angeles, and it's his job to go down there and get them.
Maybe testifying in court.
Right.
But I suspect it's something much, much worse.
Much more sinister.
Dun, dun, dun.
And there we have it. There we have session 96 in a bag. We could have one final session, which I kind of imagine is how it plays out. But then again, it depends on who plays what card. And
anyone have reinforcements?
You guys will not get cards and bennies next time because you haven't used the ones that I just refreshed. So there you've already got your bennies and your cards. And you find yourselves in Perdition with your goods are with you. You found yourselves naked because they've been doing surgery on you and shit, and they kicked you out of their spaceship. But they kicked you out with your stuff too. It's like there's duffel bags with your names on each one of them laying there. It's like boot camp.
Oh, how nice of them.
Oh, fuck that.
They put Timmons on the damn thing. They don't know. They don't know.
Timmons, did they wash your socks?
No, but man, did they shave my balls or something? What happened here?
He picks up his meat, and you guys look at his balls, and sure enough, he does have 3 testicles. You're like, wow, that's cool.
We really didn't need to know that.
I always suspected it would be symmetrical.
So that's 96 in the bag, and we're gonna end the recording there. I'll upload this to YouTube, so if you guys do see this, then you're actually watching it on YouTube on a replay, or on Twitch on a replay, because I'll put it in both places. But just to
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth, yes. On YouTube, you can argue with me about whether or not the world is flat.
Or whatever you wish to argue with.
Whatever you wish to argue with me, you can. If you hit that subscribe button over on YouTube, you can argue with me about anything. I don't care.
Convince them the sky is purple.
Tell them good night, everybody.
Good night.
Okay, lady. Bye.